carved through the body of, first in orange, a round fired by an AR-15, and then the second case, that's a 9mm round, and showing that they're not just different. The AR-15 doesn't just shoot faster or generally maybe have access to more information with whatever clip you might put into it. It's not just that. It literally has a far more devastating effect on the body. There is so much energy imparted to the round by the significantly larger amount of propellant that each one of the rounds has, that it hits the body and just effectively explodes a path through the body. Which means that in those two wounds that you saw, one might be survivable. The 9mm wound could potentially be survivable. But in many cases, there's nothing left to repair after an AR-15 bullet hits your chest. It's destroyed your heart, or it's destroyed all the arteries going to it. If it hits you in the head, and they do simulations of that as well, there's effectively nothing to repair at that point. And so it isn't just that they're accurate, lots of ammunition, all of that, which makes it very efficient for killing as many humans as possible. But you don't have to make multiple hits to kill someone necessarily. A single shot, particularly for a young person, is more than enough. So this is yet another example of why some weapons uniquely deserve bans that haven't in America gotten them, at least recently. Anyway, there's a lot there, and everyone should definitely check out the Washington Post's recent coverage on this. They have a lot of really, in some cases, hard to deal with. They show particular kids and they show the particular injuries that they've had in different shootings and talk about the effect that it had on the body to make this as real as possible. But Benny, what do you think about this?
Yeah, I mean, it's just really heartbreaking. It's just really infuriating because because yeah, it's just fundamentally unnecessary. Like it's not something that anybody needs. Can we stop pretending that it's gonna be for home defense? Like, can we just please, for love of God, just stop pretending that like, oh, AR-15, I really need this for like home defense. Like, no, you don't, right? You're not John Rambo. Nobody's out to get you. Right, you're not gonna like save the world or anything like that. You're just a random person. Please stop, right? Because it's just like, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I guess I just don't really know what to say because like it is just so horrific. Even just the suggestion of the level of injuries, especially when you're talking about like innocent children, right? And the fact that it happens so regularly in the United States of America and really nowhere else, right? Like, and the simple fact that we have people that are so evil that they're unwilling to do anything about it. And the simple fact that our system is so undemocratic that even though the overwhelming majority of people want to do something about it, we can't because of just like a small handful of like incredibly evil people who just have a ridiculous amount of money. It's so unbelievable.
And to your use of the word evil there, again, like it always, for me, one of the things that makes following this like emotionally difficult is the juxtaposition of multiple things that are going on in the country at the same time. So for instance, when you have been told for years that the left is censorious and they do a cancel culture, and then meanwhile the Republicans ban thousands of books around the country, that makes each of those things worse. In this case, to have an entire party and tens of millions of their followers literally not care about children being blown to pieces. And then for that group to say that you all are satanic because a 4chan post, I don't know, something Huggies, something Wayfair, we're satanic. They literally don't care about kids being gunned down every week. But
in this instance, they're practically gleeful. In this instance, they're practically gleeful. When they found out that the shooter was trans, they were like acting like they just won the lottery. They're acting like it was Christmas morning.
It's the best
literal
thing.
Children were dead.
It's the best thing that's happened to them in months. Tucker Carlson could not be more excited about that. Marjorie Greene could not be more excited about that. That is the truth. We have to accept that. There are sick people. There are evil people. And there is something about our culture that the sicker you are, the more dishonest and deceptive you are, the more corrupt you are, the more likely you are to be raised to the top of politics and media and to have influence over the thoughts of far more people. Anyway, like I said, go to the Washington Post. You can see some of these breakdowns. You can still defend your house. People get shotguns for home defense. You can still hunt. My father hunted with a bow. Like there are any numbers of rifles. You can buy a handgun. There are all these sorts of things, making it so virtually anyone can get a uniquely deadly weapon on short notice for basically no money, probably on credit. It's not a good idea. This is not a good idea, clearly demonstrated every single day.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.